You're listening to the WWNO Classical Network. Hi, this is Paul Mawson. I am joined each Wednesday by Dave Walker, where we talk about museums for a couple of minutes. Dave is host of the Museumgoer.com. Dave, welcome back.
Happy Wednesday, Paul.
All right, we got a busy week lined up. What do you got? What do you got cooking?
A heavy cruiser, the USS New Orleans, participated in nearly every major World War II battle in the Pacific. As demonstrated in the new changing exhibition Comeback Fighting, USS New Orleans at War, which opens Thursday at the National World War II Museum, her combat history tells just a part of the story. Christened in 1933 at Brooklyn Navy Yard with water from the Mississippi, the cruiser's pre-war duty included voyages to Europe, South America, and the U.S. territories of Alaska and Hawaii. It was undergoing repairs at Pearl Harbor when Japan attacked on December 7th, 1941. Without power on board, the crew worked anti-aircraft guns manually and hauled ammunition up ladders, prompting the ship's chaplain to exclaim, "Praise the Lord," and pass the ammunition. The phrase was later crafted into song by Frank Lesser and became a #1 chart hit for Kay Kaiser and his orchestra. Surviving the attack with minor damage, the ship served in the naval battles at Coral Sea, Midway, and the Solomon Islands. In late November 1942, however, the New Orleans was hit by a Japanese torpedo off of Guadalcanal. The bow was completely separated from the rest of the ship and dropped to the bottom of what became known as Iron Bottom Sound because of all the wreckage of the many vessels that accumulated there through 5 major battles. Somehow, the remaining portion of the ship was temporarily repaired with logs and made it to Australia, sailing backwards part of the way for repairs. All patched up, it returned to serve in combat again at Wake Island, the Marianas, the Philippines, and Okinawa, among other engagements. It survived the war and in 1946 made a triumphant visit, journeying from San Francisco through the Panama Canal to New Orleans for the first post-war Mardi Gras. I love this chapter of her life. She was sold for scrap in 1959. The exhibit will be on view through February 14th, 2027. A free opening reception is planned for 5 p.m. Thursday. A presentation by curator and restoration manager Corey Graff, which will take place in person and online, is scheduled for 6 p.m. More at nationalww2museum.org.
Well, this is a great story. It's got
Yeah.
everything. It's got a catchphrase. It's got a song.
Yeah,
But wait, there's more, right? There's some recent news too, right?
absolutely. In July 2025, a team of deep sea researchers exploring Iron Bottom Sound discovered her original bow, the final resting place for the more than 180 sailors lost in 1942. The exhibit, which includes uniforms, archived newsreels, oral histories from crew members, a scale model of the ship, and a piece of the improvised coconut log replacement bow, was in the works before last year's discovery, though it does provide a poignant final chapter to the story. In public programs and exhibits, quickly, the exhibition Robert Gordy, Outside the Mainstream, opens Thursday at the New Orleans Museum of Art. More at noma.org. At 3 p.m. Thursday, the Whitney Plantation will present a free virtual screening of the documentary My Father's Name. A panel discussion will follow. More at whitneyplantation.org. The Historic New Orleans Collection will host a free community day from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Saturday, featuring music highlighting themes from current exhibits. More at hnoc.org. And at 5:30 Tuesday, the Cabildo will host an artist talk with James Michalopoulos, whose Mystical Expressionism exhibition is on view there through September 27th. More at louisianastatemuseum.org.
Well, a nautical theme to today's museum goer, but a fascinating story, and of course, um, very, very interesting, and an interesting story to check out at the museum.
It's going to make a great exhibit, I think.
And if you want any more information about anything we've talked about here, check out Dave's website. It's themuseumgoer.com, and you can also see a video of our conversation as well there. Dave, again, thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.
Ahoy until next time.